Hi, welcome to Formula Creative Studios. I am Laurent Nkwocha. On this channel, we discuss productivity, personal development, and every other topic that will help you stay creative and continue to be consistent in putting yourself out there to land opportunities and also get noticed. So before we dive into the topic for today, I would like you to use the thumbs up to like this video and also subscribe. So without further ado, let's dive right in. The topic we have for today is something very dear to me, things that nobody tells you about filmmaking. So as a filmmaker, my frequent experience whenever I tell somebody that I'm about to make a film is, okay, I can act though. Say you put me in your film. Yeah, I wish it was that easy. But the truth is that filmmaking is not just about lights, camera, and action. I mean, just like we see in the behind the scene of some Hollywood films and even some Nollywood films. You know, filmmaking is far more larger than that. So the first thing that nobody tells you about filmmaking is that filmmaking is more of planning than even the fun part. If you don't plan your film will turn out to be absolute trash. I mean, it can be nothing that people will be impressed to watch. So as a filmmaker, you spend more time planning. If you have an idea for a film, first of all, you have to get a story. When you get the story, you have to work with other people to actually ensure that your story is good and it will be appealing to the audience you are targeting. So it means you have to work with writers, you have to work with other directors, you have to work with producers, you have to work with a full team. So when you gather the team together, you have to first of all gather a crew that can help you make this film. And you know, in order to be able to get people together, you have to spend money. So that brings me to this very important step, because you actually need to get an investor before you start putting people together. Because if you don't have enough money in order to be able to hold your team together, then your team cannot really be able to work effectively. So you need money to actually put your team together and actually get them to start working. So even if it is a team of friends, I mean, you actually have to feed them. So putting a team together, making your story are just the first part of filmmaking. Then you actually need to get actors, people that will be able to portray the story you have. And when you get these actors to come together, then you actually need to manage them in such a way that they will be able to take the process from start to finish. Because I've heard a lot of stories about people that started projects that were not able to complete it. So you actually need to manage them very well. It might involve paying them. So for so many independent filmmakers like myself, this could be a very, very, very difficult task. But you actually need to get an investor that will give you enough money to just sustain your set, helping to manage the actors and your crew until your film is done. But that's not the end yet, because you have to go into marketing. Marketing your film is almost more important than even making it, because if your film cannot make any significant impact in maybe elevating your level in the industry and getting you to the notice of people that matter, then you have totally failed in your film. So your film is either making you a lot of money or actually giving you the kind of film that will put you in a position where more investors will be interested in investing in your talent and actually getting more of your films out there. But the good thing about engaging in this adventure of filmmaking is that at the end of the day, you see that the process was really rewarding. Sometimes your result doesn't look good, it doesn't look like what you imagined, but the process is what is the reward, because you learn a lot of things about people, you learn a lot of things about planning, about project, about pitching, and you learn so much just from engaging in one single project. And the process is always very, very interesting when you commit yourself to it. The fact is that nobody actually knows how detail-oriented filmmakers are, but as a filmmaker, you need to be very, very detailed. You need to plan every single thing in your pre-production, even before you open the camera and start shooting. Everything, you have to anticipate all the challenges, you need to anticipate all the problems, you need to even anticipate the performance of your film based on how you are making it. So filmmaking is really a very interesting adventure, but nobody really tells you about what the process is like. When all my seeking for opportunities and trying to improve my skill in filmmaking, what I always realize as the first question is my portfolio. I mean, what have you done as a filmmaker? Both in filmmaking and in every other profession, it's very good for you to always put out work. It's very good for you to always work on projects, because the more you continue to do, the more creative you become. And you find out that it becomes much more easier. It becomes like a second nature. You develop that muscle of creativity and you become a better person. I mean, it makes you better in every single way. So I hope this video was helpful. I mean, I had to just say my mind. It's not an easy one. I love filmmaking. It's like one of the most difficult jobs in the world, but I really love it and it's interesting to me. I really do hope that you find your passion if that passion is not filmmaking, but you can try filmmaking because it's fun, like absolute fun. So until I come your way again, I remain Lawrence Nkwocha and I'll see you in the next video.